everyone. Today we'll deal with section 439 of CRPC that deals with special powers of High Court or Court of Session regarding bail. So firstly, subsection 1 says a High Court or a Court of Session may direct, that means it has the discretionary power, that any person accused of an offence and in custody be released on bail. So the person must be accused of an offence and he must be in custody. So a person is said to be in custody within the meaning of this section when he is in duress, either because he is held by the investigating agency or other police or allied authority, or is under the control of the court, having been remanded by the judicial order, or having offered himself to the court's jurisdiction. Next, and if the offence is of a nature specified in section 437 clause 3, he may impose any condition which it considers necessary for the purposes mentioned in that subsection. So firstly, it says the person must be an accused of an offence and he must be in custody to be released on bail. And if the offence is of the nature specified in 437 clause 3, what are those offences? Those are offences under chapter 6, 16, 17, or attempt, abatement or conspiracy of such offences. Then the court may impose any conditions which it considers necessary. No doubt, under section 439 CRPC, both the Sessions Court and the High Court have concurrent jurisdiction to consider the application of an accused to release him on bail. But that does not mean that the accused can file bail applications simultaneously before both the courts. Keeping in view the word or, that means High Court or a Court of Session, that is used in the section, which indicates that bail application can be filed either before the Sessions Court or before the High Court and not simultaneously before both the courts. Clause B of this subsection deals with that any condition imposed by a magistrate when releasing any person on bail be set aside or modified. If a magistrate has released a person on bail, then the High Court or Court of Session can set aside or modify the bail. Those circumstances may be unavoidable or unreasonable circumstances, or the court might have imposed heavy bail bond. So in those circumstances, the High Court or Court of Session can set aside or modify the bail. Also, the proviso says the High Court or Court of Session shall, before granting bail to a person who is accused of an offence triable exclusively by the Court of Session, or which, though not so triable by the Court of Session, is punishable with imprisonment for life. In those cases, the High Court or Court of Session shall give notice of application for bail to the public prosecutor, unless it is for reasons to be recorded in writing that it's not practicable to give notice to such public prosecutor. So now let's see the subsection in short. Firstly, the person is accused of an offence and he must be in custody. Then he applies to the High Court or Court of Session for bail. Then the High Court or Court of Session may release on bail subject to imposing some conditions or setting aside or modifying the conditions. Then if the person is accused of an offence which is triable exclusively by the Court of Session, or if not so triable, it is punishable with imprisonment for life, then the Court of Session or High Court, before granting bail, it will give notice to the public prosecutor, and if it does not give notice to the public prosecutor, it will write the reasons as to why it does not give notice. So another proviso has been added under the 2018 amendment that says person accused of section 376 clause 3, 376 AB, DA and DB of IPC, which I have discussed in the earlier video regarding anticipatory bail. Then if such person applies for bail to the High Court or Court of Session, then the court, before granting bail, will give notice of such bail application to the public prosecutor within 15 days from the date of receipt of application. So if today the court receives bail application from the accused, then from today within 15 days it will give notice to the public prosecutor. The notice will be for the hearing of the bail application. Another section has been added, that is section 1A in the 2018 amendment. It says presence of the informant or any person authorized by such informant shall be obligatory at the time of hearing of the bail application under these sections of IPC. Subsection 2 of section 439 deals with a High Court or Court of Session may direct that any person who has been released on bail under this chapter may be arrested or and commit him to custody. That means cancellation of bail. So the court will consider the following grounds for cancellation of bail, that is interference with the due administration of justice. That means whether the accused is interfering with the due administration of justice or hampering or tampering evidence or witnesses, or when he evades or attempts to evade the course of justice. That means he attempts to flee away from the country. Thirdly, abuse of the liberty granted to him. These grounds were laid down in Raghuveer vs. State. These are only illustrative and not exhaustive. So now let's see some more points regarding this section. Court's discretion is unfettered, but it cannot be exercised arbitrarily. It must be exercised judicially. Next, principles regulating the application of section 437 will also apply to the section 439. That means the conditions laid down under section 437 is a sine qua non for condition for granting bail even under this section. Next, High Court can set aside the order of granting bail of the Sessions Court. Suppose Sessions Court has granted bail, High Court can set aside it, and it should keep in mind that the reasons which are set out by the Court of Sessions while granting bail. Suppose the bail is granted by High Court, it can be cancelled only by High Court. If it is granted by any subordinate court including Court of Session, it can also then be cancelled by High Court. If the bail is granted by High Court, it cannot be cancelled by Sessions Court unless new circumstances arise during the progress of the trial. Another point, the bail cannot be cancelled without giving notice to the accused, and no appeal against order of granting bail. So this is all about section 439 CRPC. Hope you all will like it.